Hey, what's up, team? In today's video, we're going to talk about this guy, and he is, Bruticus, maybe? He's one of those Aliexpress combiners that sometimes look like they borrowed some stuff from the Iron Factory Bruticus or perhaps simplified it. I mean, three of the members are present. We have Onslaught in the middle, Swindle and Brawl on the bottom, and two aerial bot friends on the side, but I think we can call him Bruticus, and in today's video, we're going to break him down and talk all about him. Alright, here they are in their bot modes, all broken down individually, and we'll go over them one by one, but we'll start with Onslaught. I do wish he kind of came with that standard black head, but again, this is a stylized and very simplified version of Onslaught, and I'm wondering, is this supposed to be a simplified version of Iron Factory? I'm not exactly sure. And it is a parts former, the combiner head, which pretty much looks like the small one, but just big and purple. It's on the chest crest and also the waist armor as well, and so you got to add those separately. In terms of this bot, it's pretty simplistic. He has ball joints on the hips and stuff, but no articulation at the knees, no feet as well. So when you're just trying to get him to stand straight, it is a bit troublesome. Arms, there's ball joints here, there's hinges and basic hinges over here, but yeah. In terms of the combine mode, like, bro, this is all it is. It's a very, very simple connection on that tiny post that's popping out from that Zaku pipe. You just kind of... yeah, you just fold the arms up, and then you just pop it in there. And that's pretty much the chest configuration. Wild, right? And the planes are going to plug into that, and dude, it is such a simple, basic, shallow connection that over time, perhaps I might be a little bit concerned. The legs just kind of remain as is. Everything remains as is. The only part that's different is the head tilts back. Then you're going to get this piece, and you're going to raise that a little bit. You're going to plug that in, bring the head down there, and then just kind of push back. And that's the torso. I know, wild, right? That's just what it is. To kind of like cover this up a little bit, I did flip this up, but whatever, it's up to you. I think it looks better though, yeah. So that's pretty much the torso. Now let me show you the other bots. Hey, what's up, team? Taking a quick break from the action. Just want to let you know that this toy review is brought to you by Aliexpress. Many great toys like the one you see in this video can be purchased from their site, and during this promotional period, you can utilize the code on the screen to reap all the benefits of the current campaign. And if you'd like to purchase this product, the link can be found in the description and also a pinned comment. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Thank you so much, Ali. All right, here's their version of Swindle, I guess. And he turns into like this Humvee. He did have a tank and a turret blaster thing over here, but it broke when I took him out of the box. It's hard plastic, so I'm not exactly sure how it just broke, but you can even see that it has stress marks already, so maybe it was like that before they sent it to me. This is on metal, yeah, and there's some questionable stuff. When we get to the jets, I'll show you is that the incorporation of metal perhaps is not the best idea, yeah. The arms are very basic. They're on ball joints, but pretty much they can just go forward and backward. He has these tiny wiener forearms over here, and I don't know, man. They just look weird. And both him and Brawl have these type of, I don't know if this is a flame deco or what you call it, but Brawl pretty much has the same thing. And so I guess cool in terms of consistency in design. And also his transformation is pretty basic as well. You just start flipping this up. I mean, for the most part, the alt modes are simplified, but they're not like the worst things that I've ever seen. I have seen much worse, and perhaps that's not a great way to frame stuff. But yeah, it's pretty basic. Did I mention? Yeah, he does have metal. I mentioned that. Yeah. And that the planes basically have some questionable placement of that. But what you got to do is you got to fold up the legs first, and the legs are also metal. And then what you do here is you just got to bend the forearms down a little bit. And then move this up so that it encases and locks everything in place. And after you do that, you can just kind of tilt the forearm. Oh, I was going to say don't do it too much. Otherwise, it's hard to get out because this has to pass this in order to get this dislodged. But oh well, I messed it up. That's fine. In terms of the legs, you just open this up. And you pop this in there. Oop. And then once it's in the proper place, I was like, once in the proper place, you just close it up. But yeah, it has a little bit difficulty. I'm seaming up, but yeah, that's the put. All right, here's their version of Brawl, and it looks like a simplified, modified version of some type of like Legends Megatron or something, right? The way it connects is very simple. I forgot to show it on Swindle, but it's just a very thin, small little post. The arms, they're actually supposed to be like this. But dude, they look weak ones like that. So I've just been using kind of like the Megatron style or Brawl style, and I think that looks much better. Transformation, very similar to the way, philosophically, it's identical to Swindle. It's all the same stuff, right? Legs come together, flip around. This piece, the top part lifts up. You flip down, then you close the arms. And then you bring this up. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Pretty convincing for what it's worth. Good amount of detail, not overdone. And then same thing, you just pop this open. And you get the foot in there. And the foot is on this stalk and also a ball joint. So you'll be able to get, there you go, some rotation and pivot, but not too much, but it is there. It's just that the clearance isn't there. And that's the second foot. Cool. So looking at both legs, feet, or whatever, this is what it looks like right now. And not horrible. And you can see on the bottom, there's a lot of like borrowed design senses from one another. And so they definitely look like they're some type of like brothers or something. And I think that's kind of cool, man. But yeah, here are the legs. Okay, here are the arms. And what an interesting looking bot. So first of all, this guy looks like Prowl. Like, look at the head sculpt, right? And the thing that I was talking about earlier about the placement of metal, this entire back piece, which doesn't do anything, is all made of metal. I do like the camo design. I think that's pretty cool. This is probably the best part of the jet. This is all metal too. But get this, the rest of this is on this translucent plastic. That feels weird, bruh. It does. It does. And another thing is, you see, this is kind of like, it looks like a Valkyrie, right? Macross Valkyrie. You know what? I'm going to try Gerwalk mode with this guy. The head, while it can flip back here, don't. Because once it goes back there, there's no way to pull it back out. You'll have to use a tool, so don't. But should I show you just for the sake of... well, this one, you know, this one I guess gets stuck. But then the other one, you can kind of do it and don't do that. So this looks all great. This looks all great. But the rest of the bot, oh, questionable. Questionable. Because again, this is all just clear plastic. But for what it's worth, it does compress nicely. And then this will plug into the forearms. And I don't know if this is some type of simplified version of an existing toy. Could it be like a power core combiner? I have no idea. Yeah, but that's what it looks like. And that's not bad. Again, this top part, that's the saving grace. The bottom is just Uggs. It's just Uggs. But the top of that is well done. But yeah, this bottom part is whatevs. But let's try Gerwalk mode. The arms are in the right position to Gerwalk. The head can kind of be held back. I feel like he's going to be able to do it. We'll pop the legs off, and they do secure in here. And it's unfortunate that when he's in his arm mode, they do not. They don't secure anywhere. Let's see. So Gerwalk, dude, that's not bad, man. I've seen much worse Gerwalks, far worse. That's not bad. Yeah, the tail is just kind of hanging there, but that's not bad, dude. From right there, that's a cool little Gerwalk mode. So I'll give him credit for that. In terms of the arm mode, it's just like this. And you know, in the instructions, I think they tell you to keep the legs compressed, but the proportions are kind of strange. And so I've just kind of chosen to do it like this. I mean, I'll show you on the other arm. But you just get the legs together and you get this like fist bit and the wrist bit, and you just thread it through the feet. And sorry to tell you, but that's the arm. That's the arm. Well, and if you were to compress it up, then that would be the arm, like that. But I think, again, proportionally, I think that's weird. But I'll show you with the other arm too. Same thing for this guy. I have no idea who he's supposed to be. Maybe a power core combiner, like I mentioned earlier. the metal part of the jet, that is just really well done. It makes me feel like these guys are vehicle manufacturers before they are like robot manufacturers. And so, I mean, I'm not going to go through the whole transformation. I mean, it's pretty much, you can figure it out. But if the arms were to be kept extended, this is what the proportions would look like versus this, right? And then at this point, it's really all about how it looks on the robot combined, right? Because then we get a holistic view of how that robot looks with its legs and arms. So that being said, why don't we connect them? And you can decide this or this. All right, let's Voltron them up. And we're just going to plug these in here. No other connection, which is unfortunate. But this is, again, a very, very simplistic combiner. And here is arm number 1. And you can see that's where it's hanging down like that. Then this is arm number 2. Which one do you think looks better? I actually think probably the middle. If you could somehow get the fist to be up here, that would be ideal. But this, I think, is just too short, at least for me. And I prefer the longer arm look. But what about y'all? What do you think looks better? You can let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much been him, dude. The Aliexpress simplified Bruticus combiner. And like I said, I think it's a simplified version of the Iron Factory and other Aliexpress combiners out there. But yeah, if this is something that you like, you can check out the link in the description and utilize those coupons, save yourself some change. And that's it for me. Bye-bye.